Boom, we're on, I think. I've just recorded 4 clips for this video using the new Lavalier microphone, which I'll show you the box. The new Lavalier microphone that I've purchased, which I'm using for this clip, which is a reason why I'm sort of doing this video. And I forgot to turn the microphone on, so I've recorded the entire clip, or 4 of them, and forgot to turn the mic on, so just zero sound whatsoever. So hopefully this time you can hear me. And the other reason is that I'm going on a 2-night expedition to the Lake District. And I said expedition like it's to the South Pole or something. It's really not. You can see the weather's amazing. We're going on a 2-night trip to the Lake District, up Scafell Pike, up and round down to, I think we might do 1 night at Sprinkling Tarn or Styhead Tarn, up, round, and we're going to be doing Great Gable and then back down. We're going up from Wasdale Head. I should have mentioned that. So I just wanted to sort of run through the kit that I'll be taking, and there's also some new kit that I've not shown you guys, which I will be taking. And although it's the middle of summer, that's the food done in the microwave. Although it's the middle of summer, you know, the weather can change like that. So I will be taking some like the waterproofs, and I will be taking my down jacket, just because the weather can change, you know. You never know. I mean, it's beautiful and sunny now, middle of summer, but next week it could be gale force winds and hailstones and all sorts. You never know. So I'll be showing you the new kit, and I'll also be showing you exactly how I pack my bag, because there's a specific way that I pack my my Osprey Atmos AG65, which you might find helpful or useful yourselves when you come to go on your own little trips and that. So yeah, I kind of tend to sort of pack it down real tight inside, and I've got different pockets for different things specifically, just so I know exactly where everything is. And then yeah, when it comes to needing them, bosh, they're there. So yeah, hopefully this video helps. I'm in the house. I'm not outside. I'm not going to do this outside because the weather's, I mean, the dog's going mad in the kitchen as well. So I've got the kit laid out on the sofa, and I will show you exactly how I pack the bag in the room. And then next week you'll be seeing some video footage of me going to the Lake District and doing the 2-day hike with the kit that I'm packing now. So the other thing I quickly want to mention as well, this is my way of doing it. It's not for everybody. I know people like to pack differently, go ultralight, especially in summer, because you don't need like the down sleeping bags. You know, you can get a down sleeping bag that'll be 2 season, 3 season, whatever. But the sleeping bag that I'm taking is just, you know, it's the one that I use all year round, just because I want to, really, and it packs down small. So yeah, you do you, you know. So firstly, I'm taking the Osprey Atmos AG65, nearly said 55 then. The Atmos AG65, which is perfect for me, fits nice and snug on the back. It's got a, you know, a mesh to stop your back getting sweaty. I'll just quickly show you on the back, actually. You see it there? It's really nice. Nice and comfy, fits everything in. And again, sorry for the sniffling. I've got a Nylofume Pack Liner. They're dirt cheap. I think it was about £3.95 from Outdoor Gear Essentials, if I remember rightly. I think you get a pack of maybe 3 of them for £3.95. But they're super strong, and you know, you don't want your kit getting soaking wet if it starts chucking it down. So yeah, Atmos AG65, Nylofume Pack Liner. In terms of the tent, I'm taking the Terra Nova Southern Cross 2. They're the poles for it there, and the pegs just fit nicely on a little side pocket. I've taken it out of its original pack. It was a little bit bulky, so I've basically just put it in a dry sack, compressed it down, so that when I do come to pack it away, it fits around everything else. I'll also be taking the Flextail Zero R5 with me. Now, it's an insulated mat. I probably won't need an insulated mat, but it's brand new and I want to get it tested. So I'm taking that for a trial run. Sleeping bag, again, in a compression sack. It's the OEX Leviathan EV900, which is a 4-season sleeping bag. It's down. It does the job perfectly. It keeps me warm. The only thing that I would say about the bag itself is that it absolutely pisses feathers. It looks like you've had chickens in your tent by morning. So yeah, that's the only thing you'll probably need to consider if you're going to go and buy the EV900. I do like it. It's comfortable. It's nice and warm. You know, it's a perfect sleeping bag, 4-season. But yeah, just be careful with it, and you know, make sure you get it out, air it every now and again, and the feathers just tend to sort of like come out, and yeah. So it's just something to consider, really. Feathers drop out like nobody's business. Trusty waterproofs. I've got some overpants there, and I've got a Peter storm jacket. Taking a couple of plaggy bags, one for the food, which I'll take up. I'll show you in a second. Got a few Summit to Eat ones and a Wayfarer, but I generally pack my food in a bag, and then I double bag, because the one inside will carry the food, and then the one on the outside will be for the rubbish on the way down. And then we move on to the cook set. So I've got a 750 milliliter titanium pot there. I've got a couple of gases with me as well. I'm not going to take both, I don't think. It'll be overkill to take both gas canisters. And I'm also taking the trusty fire maple. I think that's the titanium, not the Hornet, but it's a titanium something or other. You can find them on Amazon. I'll try and put links in the description, so you can have links to all of this kit in the description below. Water, another new bit of kit. So I've invested in the 2.5 litre Osprey water bladder. It's the Hydraulics LT. Now, I just want to talk through a little problem I had with this. Was when I first tested it, the water tasted like plastic. It tasted vile. So what I did, and I'm sure you can find links to YouTube videos online and things, online information about how to get rid of the taste. But the one that did it for me was I put water in 3/4 of the way up and some juice of a lemon, and then froze it for a day, took it out the freezer, and that worked perfectly fine for me. So if you do get a water bladder, just bear in mind that you might have to do a little bit with it just to get rid of the plastic taste. So that's a useful hint and tip for you on that one. And then that should work fine. You know, it's worked fine for me. The water tastes absolutely fine now. How many times can I say fine in one sentence? In terms of water filtration, I've got the Seanock Outdoor 2-litre bladder, and also the Lifestraw, which I will be using. I have used on the Peak District camp, which you'll probably see. I'll put a link to that as well in the description. But yeah, absolutely fantastic little bladder for sort of filtering water, capturing water, filtering water. And I'll also be taking a bottle or two, you know, just to filter into. I've also got one of these what do they call them? A Life Venture cup I'll be taking with me. I need to stop sniffling. Blue skies. Anyway, food. For the food, I've basically got 3 Summit to Eats, a chicken fajita with rice ×2. I've also got a salmon and broccoli pasta and an all-day breakfast. Now, I'm not a fan really of the fire pot meals. Oh my goodness, this hay fever. I'm not a fan of the fire pot meals. So I need to try really and get either another all-day breakfast or swap one of those chicken and fajitas out, because I don't fancy 2 of the same. Although I might not use them all, so who knows. I mean, I don't know if that's overkill or not, but you know, I was thinking 2 meals, 2 meals for 2 days. So, sorry, I forgot the pillow. So I'm taking the Aloft Trekology Aloft Pillow 2.0, which it does me. It's an amazing little pillow. We've got the trusty emergency first aid kit, just in case anything untoward happens on the hike, which has happened in the past. I went over on my ankle a few months ago. That was pretty painful. So we don't want another repeat of that up north. Some poo wipes, just in case, you know, call of nature and all that. Biodegradable. Talking of poo, 4 hot chocolates. And then just my wash bag, really, and a spare gas lighter just for the titanium fire maple. Also, another nice little hint and tip for you. If you're doing lots of hiking, grab yourself some lanacane anti-chafing gel. It's honestly, it's like pure silk on your legs. Just wipe some of that on between your thighs or buttocks or whatever you need it for. And yeah, it does the job. It's really, really, really handy. And finally, just the gas canister stand and some 4-class gloves, which, if it does chuck it down and it does turn, it gets a little bit colder, you know, the gloves come in handy for taking the tent down. You don't want freezing cold hands up a mountain. So that is everything that's going to be fitting into my Atmos AG65. Now, I'm going to show you how I do pack this into my bag, and hopefully you'll find it useful. I always go in with the pack liner first. However, I have started recently just packing the pack liner with something heavy like the sleeping bag first, just to make sure that it goes to the bottom of the bag and not sort of crumples up. Halfway, so, and hopefully this doesn't affect the audio too much, even though I think it probably will. So the pack liner goes in with the sleeping bag first. Second, I go in with the Osprey. And then that just locks. You'll find on the Osprey packs that there's a bladder lock at the top, which fits nicely at the top of the water bladder itself. And then I'll just connect the straw to the bladder. There we go. Open up the pack liner a little, and then in with the mat, the Flextail mat, which slots just at the side and also like up, not that way. I always go that way because there's a little space down the side of the sleeping bag, which just fits it nicely. And also the other thing that I forgot to show you actually is the clothes that I'm taking. So I'll be taking things like, you know, 3 times Bridgedale socks, a couple of pair of pants, boxer shorts, not pants. I'll also be taking a couple of lightweight t-shirts. I've shown you the waterproofs, and I will be taking my down jacket as well. I'll pack that away, pack that down to size, and just kind of slot it in. So that bag would go in there next. However, I'm going to show you how I would do it without the clothes. So first aid kit goes in the side pocket, just so it's easily accessible. And also waterproof over trousers in the side pocket, also easily accessible, along with the stormproof jacket. The next thing to go in for me is the wash bag. And also what I tend to do, once I put the clothes in and everything gets put in the dry sack that is sort of easily wettable, that can easily get wet, I just fold this over and tuck it down the back. So you tuck that down, and then no rain can get in, because obviously there's a fold in the sack liner. So then next I'll put the pillow in, which, let's be honest, should probably go in the sack liner. The gloves go in the front pocket, just there. Now let me just tighten this up, just so that nothing falls out while I put this on the floor. In the bottom here, in the bottom pocket, I've just found another spare one of those gas lighters. In the bottom pocket, I always put my cook set, and my gas. And I'm going to put 2 in just to show you how much space there is down here as well. In with the water system, so the water filter and the C-nut pouch. I do keep the baby wipes at the bottom, with that. The food goes in the bags, as I mentioned, in the 2 bags there, and then I'll sort of fold that over so that can sit nicely at the top of the bag. The gas canister stand in the bottom. 4 hot chocolates. Probably won't get through all those, but it gives me options. Literally options. Open this back up, and then, so after the clothes have gone in, I put the tent. The tent itself will go sideways on, just sit at the top of the tent. As I said before, it's in a dry bag, so it's not going to get wet, and any wet or condensation that is actually in the bag from use, you know, it'll stay inside the dry bag, and then when you get home you can air it out, dry it off. The tent poles themselves can just go in a side pocket. Now I used to put them at the front. I used to put the poles in the front of the bag, but I don't want them getting too compressed or damaged, so I now tuck them at the front. I mean at the side, not the front. And then once the bag's in, the food can sit nicely at the top. So these pouches, what I have in the top pockets, I generally have all my electrics, which are in the kitchen charging at the moment. So I'll have things like the power banks, the cables. I sometimes put the drone in the top, and I also put I've got a spare phone that I put in the top there as well. So that is pretty much it. Ooh, wait. These are the kind of socks I'll be taking. Bridgedales. That's about it really. It's quite simple to pack an Atmos AG65. There's so much space, and yeah, in terms of weight, we'll see how I get on up Scafell Pike. I've been up to Wasdale Head before, so it shouldn't be too arduous, but you know, it's weather dependent, and with the weather being so nice as well, I fully expect that we'll be sweating out our, yeah, you'll have to, ooh, I've also got a little windshield as well, which I'll be taking for the fire maple. So yeah, bags all packed. I'll be filming next week as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, listening, putting up with me packing my bag and stuff like that. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for any future notifications and all that stuff. And I will be recording the Lake District trip on Friday. Catch you in that.